Sí, sí, sí.
Uno solo.
La suelta, ¿eh? Uno. Wow. In the past, the water should be by that level, and look how dry. The river, that is one of the most important in Catalonia, it's almost dry. Hey guys, and we're today, we're gonna start a route from Folgueroles to the town of Malneu. I am in the north of Catalonia, in the frontier with Barcelona, with the community of Barcelona and Girona. We are here, this is the town where the poetry Verdaguer just born. Actually, he born in that house, but Jesus is so cold.
Jacinto Verdaguer, 1845 to 1902, was a Spanish poet and priest who wrote in the Catalan language. He is considered one of the most important figures of Catalan literature, and his works are widely read and celebrated in Catalonia and other Catalan-speaking regions. Verdaguer was born in Folgueroles, a small town in the province of Barcelona, and studied at the seminary of Vic. He began writing poetry at a young age, and his first published work was a collection of poems titled El Atlantida, which was inspired by the legend of the lost continent of Atlantis. The work earned him instant fame and established him as a leading figure in Catalan literature. Verdaguer went on to publish several more collections of poetry, including Canigo, Montserrat, and Nausicaa. His poetry is known for its lyrical beauty, its celebration of nature and the Catalan landscape, and its exploration of themes such as love, faith, and spirituality. In addition to his literary pursuits, Verdaguer was also a priest and spent much of his life traveling throughout Catalonia, preaching and ministering to the people. He died in 1902 in Vilanova i la Geltrú.
Empezamos el tramo de las escaleras del Foquers, que es un poco una de estos romana.
Ah, okay. Oh, wow. After a brief walking, we just got to Tavernoles town, and as you can see here, building from 1770, and we are back. We are heading. We'll be crossing a Romanic church. Let's see from which year that church it is.
San Esteban de Tavernoles, magnífico ejemplar románico erigido hacia el año 1083 y modificado en 1728 con una nueva fachada. Se destaca el bonito campanario y la decoración extensa del ábside.
Guys, as you can hear, we're entering in a church from the 1083. Wow.
We now venture into the enigmatic forest that stands between us and our next inhabited zone. Within these woods lie gloomy areas, and also sacrificial stones from prehistoric times. Yes, indeed, there are places where ancient Iberian settlements committed murders and made sacrifices.
We are getting to the top of this mountain. Jesus, it's so hard, but not because of the height of the mountain. It's because of the cold. It's like a deep cold, deep humidity that you feel it inside your bones. We have to climb also to that rock. So let's go. Look at this. Guys, the situation is, I don't know if Lorenzo did the great things letting know Claudio until where we will be walking. Now Claudio is kind of afraid. But are you having great time, Claudio?
Aquella. Aquella, pero ahora no es ni aquella ni el pueblo que viene, es el otro pueblo. Se nos complicó la vaina, como dirían los mexicanos. Pero bueno. Mierda.
At that moment, Claudio realized just how much more they had to walk, and he was desperate to finish already. Federico was staring at the sky muttering, "Oh God, it's really true that we've got a long way to go." Meanwhile, Lorenzo was grinning from ear to ear, and the atmosphere was jolly as can be.
The situation is, my friend Claudio and his son, Federico, they are not very well trained to walk so much, and Claudio is like, what? How many kilometers?
Little did we know that we still had to cross the spooky woods where ancient sacrifices were made. This is going to be a real scream. The Church of St. Pedro de Savassona, built in the 11th century in Lombard Romanesque style, is a small church with a single nave, barrel vault, and a semicircular apse. It is located in the municipality of Tavernoles in the region of Osona, province of Barcelona, and is set in a hilly terrain in the Savassona mountain range with scattered farmhouses. The church was built in the 11th century in Lombard Romanesque style. Sant Feliu de Savassona is a Romanesque church located in the municipality of Tavernoles in the province of Barcelona, Spain. It was built in the 11th century and is situated in a picturesque setting in the Savassona mountain range. The church features a single nave with a rectangular floor plan, a semicircular apse, and a bell tower. The exterior is characterized by its sober and austere appearance, with simple decoration on the facade and a bell tower with 2 bells. The interior of the church is also simple, with a barrel vault and a semicircular apse decorated with frescoes. The altar is made of stone and dates back to the 12th century. Sant Feliu de Savassona is a popular destination for hikers and tourists who enjoy the natural beauty of the area.
Una tumba antropomorfa.
Uy,
Y tienes
sí,
una,
con la
pero
forma.
si te bajas y la ves desde allá,
Sí, se ve la cabeza,
sí,
claro.
sí, pero desde allá se aprecia mejor.
Sí, claro.
Aquí tenemos
Perfectamente.
otra, y alguna de esas podría ser que también fuera de esto.
Yeah, so as Lorenzo mentioned before, those were the places where they put the dead body. Over there, you can see it has the head shape. Over here, there's the head shape, the body over there. And that's the river that should be full of water. And you can see how dry it is. This cheese and pork sandwich is taste good. No, the other one, it's heaven. Wow. It's pork cheese with crushed tomato on it, on the bread, with artisanal country bread.
With our lunch finished and the beautiful views savored, we set out on the path towards the Witch's Stones. These were ancient stones from the prehistoric era, and our adventure was just beginning. As we made our way through the rugged terrain, we could feel the excitement building. The path grew steeper and more treacherous, but we were determined to reach our destination. As we approached the Witch's Stones, we could feel a sense of mystery and intrigue.
This is from the Bronze Age, and this is called the Witch Stone. You can see the graph over stone over there. Wow! So you can imagine how everything what they did here on this stone. I love to walk by night. I have to tell you, I love to walk by night, but being honest, I don't want to be here during the night because the forest is like so dense and wow, it's really creepy right now with the sun. I don't want to imagine how it is in the night.
Los brazos, las piernas.
Y esto, en teoría, ¿quién lo...?
Esto es de esto neolítico de 700, 800 años.
This is from the 700, 800 before Jesus Christ. It's called the Stone Man. You can see the head and the body over there. Okay, the path that we are going to start right now, it's a normal path, and we will speed out a little bit because we are like almost missing the train. Guys, we just found a very creepy house. I thought I heard something. Federico, my friend, was crawling inside, trying to see something, and Federico and I took a detour so we can meet Savellana Castle. Nova, can you please tell me the name of this castle?
The ruins of the SAvellana Castle are located behind the Conangle Mountain, on a rocky promontory very close to the Ter River. The SAvellana Castle is documented since 1067. It was a castle fortress of which several remains are preserved: the walls, a staircase, and the base of a tower. The main characteristics of the construction are the walls attached to the rock. As you descend the Conangle Mountain, the forest becomes more present.
This is a stone shelter. In Spanish it's barraca, and it's for the pastor so they can take cover during the winter or hard summer. Let's see the road. Okay, let's go. It's in that way. We are in the nature. We are in an open field. Oh, let's take a breath. Oh, well, it smells like cow shit. Wow, this church is... No, but can you please tell me the name of this church, the story behind this church, and from which year this church is?
The Ermita de Santa Magdalena de Conangle is a Romanesque chapel, although it has undergone modifications over time. It was built around 1231 and is located on a high and wide meander of the Ter River. It consists of the church, the side chapels, the bell tower, and the cloister. In 1304, a small community of Augustinian nuns was established here, and they had their headquarters here until 1450. From then until 1960, the hermitage was cared for by hermits until the cloister of the Descalced Carmelites of Vec was transferred here. Legend has it that many years ago, a group of pilgrims was crossing the mountain when a storm broke out, and they lost their way. As the storm grew in intensity, the pilgrims were forced to seek shelter in a small cave. They spent the night there, praying and hoping for the storm to pass. When dawn arrived, the pilgrims emerged from the cave and were greeted by a beautiful view of the mountain range. As they descended the mountain, they came across a clearing in the forest, where a spring was flowing. They saw an image of Santa Magdalena next to the spring, and they took it as a sign that she had guided them to safety. In gratitude, the pilgrims built a small chapel on the site, where they could pay tribute to Santa Magdalena. The chapel still stands today, and many hikers and visitors come to pay their respects and enjoy the peace and tranquility of the forest.
Bueno, Claudio, ¿qué te parece? ¿Qué te pareció el día?
Y espectacular.
¿Ha valido la pena?
Y yo creo que ya te ganaste un nuevo compañero. Un nuevo compañero de ruta.
Federico, ¿verdad?
Exactamente, sí.
Un nuevo compañero de ruta. No, el tipo no va a ver la hora. Dice, me voy a planificar una ida al mes. Y va a estar contando los días para que llegue ese día.
¿Es verdad, Federico?
Sí, es así, ya me lo dijo. Sí. Me dijo, pero no le digas nada a Jordi para que él no se entusiasme tanto.
Que va de sorpresa.
¿Qué sorpresa?
Todo el mes planeado
Va a
alrededor de ese
estar
día.
desesperado.
Ay, qué bueno, güey. We are crossing right now a beautiful country house from the 1773.
Pou de glaç, in Catalan, were traditionally used in Catalonia and other Mediterranean regions to store and preserve ice during the summer months. These wells were built with a large underground cavity, which was filled with snow and ice during the winter and kept insulated to prevent melting. In the summer, the ice was extracted and used for various purposes, such as preserving food or making refreshing drinks.
Llega el tiempo.
Okay, this is my point of view. Since a few time ago, what do you see over here? What you see over here, it used to be Noah, how do you say pozo in English?
Of course, Jorditmos, Pozo de
Great.
Agua in English is water well.
So in the past, many years ago, the water get into this hole and the people take the water out from there. This is what Lorenzo teach me. Yeah, it's full of water, but you can see in the bottom, not anymore. Not anymore, there's no more water. There's another one. Wow, it's started to destroy. Let me see if we can see inside. No. Do you remember what I told you before? That I didn't want to be around here in the night. The night catch us. And what I am kind of afraid is because this is a witch town. It's very creepy.